Hello, welcome to another AQA exam question. This is from the November 2022 paper 1, so it is a non-calculator question. It says a straight path between D and E passes through point P, as you can see on the diagram, and that D to E, so this is the whole thing essentially, from there to there, is 200 meters, and that P is 60 meters closer to E than D. So it's not at the halfway point, it is closer to E. And the question is asking us to work out the ratio of dP, so this is dP here, between these 2 points, to PE, which is from P to E. And we need to give our answer in its simplest form. So if you pause your video and have a go. Okay, let's take a little look at this then. So if this was a bit more straightforward and it was half, if P was halfway, we would just half that 200, it'd be 100. It's not quite as simple as that though. Now, we know that both of our values have got to add up to 200, but we know that one value is 60 meters more than the other. So we can do this. If we add that 60 meters onto 200, that will give us 260. If we then half that, that will give us 130 meters. So we now know the longest of our two measurements, which is dP. We've then just got to take 60 away from 130, so that will give us 70 meters, and that will be P to E, so PE. We can now write those two values in a ratio, so we've got 130 to 70, and you'll notice there we've got a 0 on both of the end of our numbers, so we can divide both of those by 10, and we end up with 13 to 7, and that ratio is in its simplest form. So on questions like this, if you ever have two values and you know what those two values add up to, in this case it was 200, but you know that one is more than the other, if you add on how much more it is, in this case we did that and we got 260, if you then half that, that will tell you the higher of the two values. Now the exam board solution to this did it the opposite way to me, and I'll show you that on the next slide. So you can see with the exam board solution, they took 60 away and halved it to get the lower of the two values, and they added 60 on. Doesn't really matter which way you do it. Both of those answers would get you, both of those strategies would get you to the correct solution. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.